Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Emma. Hi, Chloe. Hi, Marie and Julie. Hello. Hi, Star. Hi, Charlotte. How is everybody? It's Friday. Hi, Bronnie. Hi, Carol. Good evening, Sarah. Hello, Jane and Samantha. Hi, Jacqueline. Hello, 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 hello. Linda, bless you. Thank you for the stars there, my lovely. Hi, Kirsty. Hi, Donna. Oh, Sophie. Hi, Tanya. Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody? Are we excited for the weekend? I'm not feeling too bad actually. Still slightly sore. I think that's normal. But yeah, I'm fine. Hello, hello, hello. So today is a normal live. If you would like to order, there is spaces available. I have updated the order list on the page, so if you have ordered, hopefully you can see whereabouts you are on that order list, and I'll just pop it in the comments as well for you. Jutta, yes, of course you can move to Sunday, my lovely. That's absolutely fine. I hope you're feeling a little bit better. But Jutta, I'm moving you to Sunday now. That's not a problem. Okay, that's not a problem. So today is Sue. Thank you for the stars as well. Today we still have our supporter promotion carrying on. So if you have a item of jewellery, so if you've ordered an item of jewellery and you're a supporter, for each item of jewellery you're going to get a bonus Oyster opening. So if the item of jewellery, so if you have one item of jewellery you get an extra bonus opening. If you have two items of jewellery you get two extra bonus oysters, and that's just as a thank you for supporters. Now if you have an order and you're not a supporter, of course that's absolutely fine as well. If you would like to become a supporter, if you do and you'd like to have that promotion, if you do that before your opening you'll still get that promotion. So yeah, we've got that going on until the end of the live on Sunday. Jane and Star, thank you ever so much for the stars there. Thank you. Apart from that, we've got new stock on the website in the new in section. And I think that's everything. Supporters, there will be new stock going available to you in the upcoming week, so keep an eye out for that. I just need to get it all sorted and on the website for you. So shall we get started for today? Yeah. First today is I've got it on the order list as a mystery person. So I'm looking for Yvonne Hughes. Yvonne, are you here? Yep, there is space available for today. If you would like to order, I will do an updated order list as we get to the end of the current order list. Yvonne, hello, hello, hello. So you have one opening altogether, Mr. Oyster, and you're looking for a colour that will go with your July birthstone. I'm going to have to double check which one that is, which colour that is. So on our website, if we go to charms and then birthstone charms, they're like crystal hearts in our birthstone colours. Ah, so the July one is like a cyan red kind of colour. Perfect. So Mystery Oyster, donate. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells, Yvonne, my lovely? So in here, let's get him open. And let's go down. So Mystery, excuse me, Mystery Oyster, donate the shells, bless you, thank you. So we've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And if we, actually, before I have a squidge, Yvonne, I can see two pearls there. We've got a pink and a blue pearl. And you have a third pearl there. You have, and you are quadding. Starting the day with quadding. And there's no more in that one. So I'm just drying these up for you. You have a lighter autumn peach, icy blue, Pepsi blue, and brighter pink as well. Autumn peach, icy blue, Pepsi blue, and brighter pink. Yvonne, what do you think to these? Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. I'm going to need to know which one you'd like on your jewellery. If you're not happy, that's absolutely fine. We can swap them for you. If I run them through the board, your autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The Pepsi blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5 as well. Yep, Donna, that's not a problem. What do you think, Yvonne? Can you have the peach on the charm as it's your mum's birthstone? And she, oh, Yvonne, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear about your loss. Let me pop this down. So we're going to have autumn peach on the jewellery there. I'm glad you're happy with the colours there, my lovely. And let me just pop the rest of them in here as well. Yvonne, thank you for the donations with your shells there. And I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. That's safe on there for you. And then that's up there as well. Perfect. No, Yvonne, you're very, very welcome. And up next today is Samantha Bodell. Samantha, are you here? Samantha Bodell, are you here? Samantha, hello, and you're a supporter, Samantha. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 normal openings, and then 4 bonus supporter openings. So that's 9 altogether. So 9 oyster openings. What 9 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Excuse me. They are bronny, aren't they lovely? Honestly, they're so light, but they're just such a... I love them, and I'm glad you're happy with them, Bronny. Donated shells, here's a quick image. They go to my mum's nursery, who use them in different activities here. So that's just 2 different images of 2 different examples, but there are lots of different things they use them for. So 5 mystery and 4 Nunu, or the other way around? What do you think? I'm going to get 4 of each. Which one would you like the bonus oyster in? So 4 mystery, 4 Nunu. Which one do you want the extra oyster? A Nunu or a mystery? 3 and 4. Which one is the 9th one, my lovely? I'm going to start opening these ones up. Another Nunu. Perfect. So is there certain colours that you're hoping for, Samantha? And I think you said donate the shells, but I'm just going to scroll back up. You did donate. Perfect. So yeah, are there certain colours that you're hoping for here? Just going to get them all open for you, so bear with me a moment. Two more. There's one. And then last one there. Okay, perfect. Let's open that up. So let's go down. Mystery oyster number 1. Lighter pop there. We're looking for chocolates for the earrings. Anything else is a bonus. Okay. Excuse me. So your first oyster, you can see there's no pearls on that side. I can see straight away that we have got a bright, bold pink pearl here. So let me squidge him out, and then if we have a squidge in here for you. There's no more in that one. So we've got a brighter pink to start with. If I pop him in the sand for you. Just going to use this to pop them on the side of the sand, just so then we've definitely got enough room for all of your pearls here. Moving on to your next oyster. We've got a lighter pop there. And in here... there is your mother of pearl. Yeah, puppy, he's doing really well. Thank you, Lauren. And I can see, oh, I can see a peeper that popped out there. You have a darker pearl here, Samantha. So again, I'm just having a squidge in here. And there's no more in that one. So if we have a closer look at this one as well. And he is a darker gunmetal grey, almost black there. And then moving on to your next oyster, you have a lighter pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see a peeper towards the top of the oyster. So if we pop him out, you have a coral pearl there and having a squidge as well for you. Not a problem, Tara. I'll be doing an updated order list once we get to the end of the current one, okay? So there's no more in that one. So you have a coral pearl. And then the last of your mystery oysters sorry about that. So the last of your mystery oysters here, you've got a lighter double pop there. And in this one, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see, Samantha, you are twinning 1 and 2, twinning pink pearls here. Now these pinks, they are different sizes. So there's no more in that one. And different shades of pink as well. So we have a candy floss pink, and then this one here, so if I show you, he is a candy floss pink, and this one is almost like a candy floss pink. Can you see that? He looks like he's got a hint of purple to him. Then moving on to your new rainbow oysters. So in here, there is one side and the other side, and you are twinning for a second time and twinning with pink pearls again here. Now these pinks, they do look like they're slightly different sizes here again, and they're actually darker than the first set of pinks out. Can you grab that for me, Bab?
What?
Oh, hold it so I can... Sorry guys, Aaron's just coming. Give me just 1 second. Hold it so I can see, please. So I can see me. So I can see down. Two seconds. I'm ever so sorry, Samantha. I can't tell. Okay, thank you. So moving on to your next new rainbow oyster. There's one side and the other side, and in here you have a darker blue pearl. Now he is a TARDIS blue pearl there, and there's no more pearls in that one there. So again, I'm just going to dry him up for you and pop him on this side of the sun. So you've got your two sets of pink twins. You've got your coral, gunmetal grey, bright pink and darker blue. And then moving on to your next oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here we have a darker pearl, and there's no more in that one. Oh, he's beautiful. He's a two-tonal purple and chocolate. So if we have a look here, see the chocolate on that side, and then the gorgeous purple on that side, and then back into the chocolate there. You guys can definitely see the difference of that on the camera today. It is gorgeous, half and half chocolate and purple. Moving on to your next oyster. Oh, there's one side and the other side. And in here we have another blue pearl. He looks like he's slightly lighter than the blue that you've already had come out of the oyster there. But again, I'll dry him up for you. So I'd say he's more like a darker Pepsi blue, almost going into that TARDIS blue. So that's on that side of the sand. I'll go through all of them at the end so we can see them all together. Oh, your pinks are making a run for it. Let's just pop those back in here. And then moving on to your last oyster, which again is your new rainbow oyster. There's one side and the other side. And you're ending with twinning. And there's no more in that one. Good morning, Beverly. Okay, so you are twinning here, Samantha. Let me just dry these up for you. And you are twinning with darker purple twins. Okay, so if we go through them, you've got your first set of twins, which is a lighter pink and then a pink and a pinky purple. Then you've got your second set of twins, which is a darker pink, and then your third set of twins, which are darker purple. Your single pearls, you have a coral, a gunmetal grey, a bright pink, a two-tonal chocolate and purple, and then two darker Pepsi TARDIS blues. What do you think to all of these, Samantha? Now, if you're happy with these, again, that's perfect. Just let me know which ones you'd like where. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. Just let me know what you'd like to do. And if you'd like to take a screenshot and send the choices over in an email, we can do that for you as well. Just let me know. If I run them through the board, the single pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Darker gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Your coral's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Two-tonal chocolate and purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And then blue number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And then the pink set number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's not a 7, he's a 7.5. The one with slightly more purple to him is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Not a 6.5, he's a 7. So the first set of pink twins are measuring different sizes. Pink twin set 2, twin 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And twin number 2 set 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. So again, they're measuring different sizes there. Dark purple twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. And purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. So again, the twins are measuring different sizes. Swap the second set of pink twins for chocolates. Of course we can. Let me just have a look to see if I've got some chocolates for you. It's chocolate for the... Oh, look at those two. Are they the same size? They are. Have a look at those here. Are you happy with those chocolates there? If so, I'll pop down that you'd like those ones on the earrings. Those are lovely. Perfect. Do you know which other colours you would like where? So we've got the pink and purple twin, and then we've got the dark purple twins. Your chocolates I'll put on this side, but of course they're going on the earrings. Then you've got your brighter pink, darker gunmetal grey, coral, two-tonal chocolate and purple, and then your two blues as well. What do you think, Samantha? Thank you, Jodie. Those on the earrings, pinky purple on the rainbow. Bronny, it's so hard because each time I think I'm done, we get another colour in and then I have to rearrange and redo everything, and obviously the spacing and everything. And then, yeah, then we seem to get another one. So it's so hard to sort of know when to just cut it off and say that, like, just to say that it's done. Because it's a work in progress, isn't it? Pinky purple on the rainbow. Purple chocolate on the cage. Love that. And can you have lobster clasps on the others? So to confirm, you don't want anything on the other item of jewellery. There's hair in the sand. I can't see anything. I'll have another look in a second. Unless it's on the camera. Oh, don't wipe the camera with my hand, that's silly. Will it attach to the bracelet? I think so. Let me just double check. Now, a normal lobster fitting, I think it will. What one have you got? I'm only questioning it because obviously our normal lobster fittings are the larger of the two. So I'm just bringing up an image just to double check where I would put the pearl. Oh yeah, with that one that's fine. Yeah, it would fit on a lobster fitting, yeah. I just needed to double check that before saying that though. So to confirm then, we're going to have the chocolates on the earrings, the two tonal pink with the flash of purple on the rainbow, the purple chocolate in the cage, and then you'd like to be invoiced for the other ones to go on lobster fittings. Just confirm if that's all correct, my lovely. If so, the fitting for the invoice for the fitting, oh my gosh, I can't talk, I don't know what's going on, my brain just keeps going off today. The invoice for the lobster fittings will get sent across for you tomorrow. It will be by tomorrow evening, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. Perfect, I've got that down for you. So thank you, Samantha, for the donations with your shells, and that's safe up there for you. No, you're very, very welcome, Samantha. Sorry about the typing away there. It's just if I don't type it, I'll forget it kind of thing. So it does need to be taken down. Have the chain link earrings with the pearl bottom. I can't find it. Oh, I don't know off the top of my head, Julie. Are they called the chain link earrings? Have a quick look. I'll just type in chain link into the search bar. No. So the best thing to do is to go into earrings on the website, and then the earrings section are actually split up to hook back, hoop, stud and thread through earrings. I would assume the chain earrings were hook back earrings. So if we go on to there and have a look, no, I can't see chain ones in there. Let's have a quick look in the stud back as well. Just I can't see chain link ones on the website at the moment. I mean, I'm just going to have a quick look. No, they're not going to be in the hoop. And thread through earrings, I don't think chain, no. So it doesn't look like they're in stock at the moment, lovely. I'm not too bad, thank you, Cindy, and thank you for joining us. Up next then today is Sharon Craig. Sharon, are you here? Let's move my post-its to over there. Sharon Craig, are you here? Hello, Karen. Low 3 meters of wood on truck. Oh wow, Bronnie, have a good day, my lovely. Those of you who don't know, Bronnie's in the future. It's her Saturday morning where she is. So last call for Sharon Craig, if not we'll move on. Sharon, if you're here, please type I'm invisible for me. It'll bring your comment forward so I can see you. And again, if anybody else can see Sharon, please comment on her comment because that will bring it forward so I can see. Okay, so I haven't seen Sharon, so we're going to move on. Donna S was up next, but she requested to move to the end of the order list, so I've just done that. So next up then would be Donna Diamond. Donna Diamond, are you here? Oh, the tea's almost cold. I leave it. At what stage can I stop leaving my tea to cool? Not yet, because I still don't feel like I'm ready to drink a hot tea. But yeah, when? Donna, hello. Okay, Donna, you are a supporter. Thank you very much. Donna, you have one opening with the supporter bonus that makes 2 oyster openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Mystery and donate the shells. Perfect. So 1 and 2. Donna, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? There's 1 oyster and 2 oysters. So let's go down. Oh no, Lisa. Does that mean, like, is it enough that you have to change the bed? Are you sticky? Oh no. Okay, so oyster number 1, Donna. Oh, double pop with that one. Love them all. Okay. So there's a little bit of flesh on that side, but we can see that there's no pearls there. And in here, I can see you are twinning. You are twinning with lighter icy blues there. And there's no more in that one. So twinning icy blues, you've got one larger and then one slightly smaller visually looking by the size, but of course we'll measure them at the end. So icy blue twins. I had a little leaflet with a couple of pressure pads in, Stella, but the leaflet, it was very, very minimal. It just basically said what to do in the first 24 hours. It didn't sort of say past that. So yeah, that's why I'm a little bit, I don't know what to do. So moving on to your oyster number 2. You have a lighter pop there again. Oh, and in here we've got a little bit of flesh on that side, and I can see that you're twinning. You are twinning, my lovely, and twinning with darker purple twins. And there's nothing else in there. So let me dry these up for you. What do you think to these? Now, Donna, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. And I'll just need to know which one you'd like on your jewellery. As you know, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So it's completely up to you. Let's run them through the board. The visually smaller blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Visually larger blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5, so they're definitely different sizes here. Your dark purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. You're happy with the colours, Donna, perfect. And you'd like icy blue on the jewellery. Do you have a preference to whether you'd like the larger or the smaller blue on there, or don't you mind? You don't have to pick a size if you don't want to, but I do like to ask. So icy blue, let me pop them in here for you. Oh, was you hoping for a blue? That's perfect. Let's pop that on there. The smaller blue, perfect, Donna. Okay, so that's on there for you then, my lovely. Oh, where are we going? Thank you for the donations with your shells. Donna, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. Perfect. Up next then today is Kelly Mabry. Kelly. Oh, sorry, Donna. Hoops on the other pearls. Of course you can. Let me write that down. The invoice for those fittings will get sent across for you tomorrow. It'll be by tomorrow evening, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. Again, Donna, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. No, you're very, very welcome. Lisa, no, you haven't missed you yet. The order list is on the page if you'd like to see. And up next today is Kelly Mabry. Kelly, you are here. Hello. Kelly, now you are a supporter. Thank you very much. So you've got 2 oyster openings here. With your supporter bonus, that makes 3 oyster openings altogether. What 3 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Thank you, Mariva. Normal and donate. Nope, that's not normal. That's normal. So 3 oyster openings, normal oysters, donate the shells. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for with these ones, Kelly? So there's 1, 2. Does it, Sharon? Ooh. Okay. I can drink lukewarm tea. It's fine. Right, so let's go down and open up oyster number 1. So your first normal oyster. See what comes out. Okay. There's one side and the other side. And this is not a normal oyster. It seems that with the normals, there's no more in that one. There seems to be a few colour stowaways recently. I don't know if it's, if I've popped something in the wrong bag when I've sort of decanted into my bags that hold our oysters, or I don't know who's mixed it up, and I'm ever so sorry. And so at the moment, sometimes we have flashes of other colours. So I can confirm this is not a natural coloured oyster. This is, sorry, natural coloured pearl. This is a dyed pearl, this one here. Kelly, at the end we can swap them for you if you're not happy, and I do apologise. It is a sneaky stowaway. So we've got a candy floss pink to start with. Hopefully that's the only one. So in oyster number 2, there's one side and the other side. Oh, we've got a second sneaky stowaway. However, you are twinning. Oh, okay, there's no more in that one. I'm ever so sorry, Kelly. Now, the second one, you are twinning with gold twins. Visually, they are definitely different sizes here. Again, that's not a natural coloured pearl. And then moving on to the last oyster. There's one side. I kind of want to have a peek and the other side. Yep, it's a natural one. And we have a lighter rose gold. So I can confirm, there's no more in there, but I can confirm that that is a natural coloured pearl. You don't, Becky, you really don't. Gosh, right, Kelly, what do you think? As you know, I can swap these 3 for natural coloured pearls if you would like me to. I'm ever so sorry again. But at the moment, we've got a candy floss pink, twinning golds, which are different sizes, and then a lighter rose gold. If I run them through the board, rose gold number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Lighter gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the larger gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. So the golds are definitely different sizes there. What do you think to these? Swap the pink for a rose gold and swap the golds for cream and a snow white. Of course we can. Did you want the rose gold to match this one here? So that's a snow white. Oh, that's a cream there. Yep, we do want to match it. Okie dokie. Let's have a little look. I'm just going to move it into the centre. It's just slightly lighter. Is it okay if I match it off of the live? Just because, as you can see, there's lots. Again, that's slightly lighter. Is it okay if I match it off the live? Just because there's lots of different shades. So there's definitely not going to be a wait. I can definitely swap it for you. It's just a matter of going through to find that correct pearl. let me bring you back up just so I can write this down. Is it the rose golds on the jewellery? So if it's okay with you to swap off the live, we're going to swap the pink to match the rose gold. Jackie, thank you for the stars there. Fine, and have the rose golds on the jewellery. Perfect. So rose gold on the jewellery, and you'd like the others on lobster fittings. Okay, so I've got that down for you to confirm. I've kept the pink back just so then I've got down, we're going to swap the pink to match the rose gold. Then you'd like the rose golds on the jewellery, and then you'd like an invoice for the 2 loose pearls to go onto lobster fittings. I hope that's all correct. The invoice for the lobster fittings will get sent across for you tomorrow. Again, that will go to the email address that's on the order form. Kelly, I hope you're happy with that. And again, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. No, you're very, very welcome, Kelly. Sorry about that. Okay. Up next then today is Jane Ward. Jane, are you here? Let me just mark off that we've done these ladies here. Perfect. Okay, Jane, and Jane, you're here as well. Hello, hello, hello. Jane, you have got 1 oyster opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? You know, you love the sound of the typing. I mean, I love them. I just love my keyboard, so I'm glad you guys like the sound. I do try not to type all the time though. Let me just ask for a... okay, expand the rainbow and donate the shells. Jane, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So you'll expand the rainbow oyster. And let's go down. So in here, there's one side and the other side. And in here we have a lemon yellow. Oh, I've just seen you were hoping for an orange or a bright yellow. There's no more in that one. You have a lemon yellow here. Now let me dry him up for you and hold him up so you can see. And then Jane, you can let me know what you think, my lovely. So let me just pop him in the sand for you. What do you think to this yellow here? Now, if this is perfect, that's perfect. Let me know. We can pop him on your jewellery. You prefer to swap for an orange? Of course you can. Let me just grab one for you there. Oh, how about this one here? Would you be happy with that orange instead? I'll measure the orange for you. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Can you see a bright yellow? You can. I mean, our yellows aren't far off what we had, what you had originally, actually. I'm just trying to see if I can get a brighter sunshine yellow. There we go. Okay, what do you think to that one? Which one of those would you prefer? Me moving the pearls around, Saskia? Stick with the orange, Jane. Perfect. I'm glad you're happy with that one there. Let me pop this safely in here for you. Jane, that's safe on there. Thank you for the donations with your shells then. That's up there for you, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Up next then is Joe Holman. Joe, are you here? Jane, you're very, very welcome. Should get a job in ASMR with pearl sounds, Charlotte. I was talking to you, Saskia, yes. I'm Joe Holman. Yeah, I can add Joe back into the end of the order list. That's not a problem. I do have a few ASMR videos, not a lot, but I do have a few on on the Facebook page. I actually have been making videos as well. I just haven't posted anything yet because I'm not sure. I haven't edited them or anything. It's literally videoing me packaging everything and videoing just different things. So yeah, I don't know whether to post them or not, if anybody's interested in seeing. Kia's been videoing me drilling and stuff, but again, yeah, I haven't posted anything. Yeah, because I just don't know. Would you guys want to see it? I don't know, but we do have a few ASMR videos on the page and YouTube already. Right, so up next then is Lindsay Kenlock. Lindsay, are you here? Like to see it make the jewellery? Yeah? Definitely, like I said, I've got a few videos already recorded, but we'll see. Lindsay, hello. Oh, the typing and the soothing voice. Thank you, Charlotte. Lindsay, hello. So you're a supporter, Lindsay. So you've got one opening with the bonus supporter promotion. That means you've got 2 openings altogether. So you'd like 2 mystery and to donate your shells. Lindsay, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? read you some bedtime stories. I've said it before, anybody wants to send me a story, I'll read it for you. I don't know what the laws are on actually reading a published book and then making a video of it. So yeah, if anybody has any original work, I'm quite happy to read that out for you all. Maybe the newspaper, but that's not as... Yeah. Let's go down, Lindsay. So 2 oysters here. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? Oh, a surprise. You have most colours, but fingers crossed for possibly a sea blue. Okay, Lindsay, good luck. So you have a lighter pop there. Oh, okay, so oyster number 1, you are twinning. 1 and 2, you are twinning with Candy Floss Pink Twins here. It's turning out to be a pink kind of night tonight, isn't it? There's no more in that one. So Candy Floss Pink Twins. Now again, visually it does look like we've got one twin which is slightly larger than the other here. And then moving on to your oyster number 2, which is again your mystery oyster. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see a darker pearl at the top there. So let me have a squidge here. And you're twinning. Lindsay, we are twinning with darker pearls there. So you're twinning with two sets of twins. Let me dry these ones up so we can have a look at these colours. Again, we've got one which is larger, visually larger, one which is visually smaller. Now these are dark purple twins, slightly different shades to each other as well. So you can see this one on this side is slightly purple chocolate, and the one on the smaller one on the other side does look more purple. What do you think to these? Let me run them through the board for you, Lindsay. So visually smaller pink twin is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Visually larger is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. So they are measuring different sizes there. Visually smaller purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Visually larger purple, which has got the slightly chocolate to him, and he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. So again, measuring different sizes there. Yet we've got feather earrings, feather pendants, and feather rings, Sophie. If you'd like to order, you can place an order on our website. It's pearlsforbrecon.com, and you can find the link in the description above, up here somewhere. And then if you would like to order, that order can be added on for the openings tonight. Swap the small candy floss for a sea blue. You're happy to wait. That's perfect. Is it the sea blue that you'd like to go onto the jewellery? So swap small candy pink for sea blue. Are you happy with the other colours as well? dark purple with chocolate on the charm. So that's the larger purple chocolate on the charm. Is that everything, my lovely? So I've got down, we've got the larger chocolatey purple on the charm, and you'd like to swap the smaller candy floss pink for a sea blue, and you don't mind the weight on the sea blue. Is that all correct? Sorry, I've got an itchy bridge of my nose there. This is my face itcher when I've got gloves on. Love all of the pearls, they are beautiful. No, you're very, very welcome, Lindsay. Okay, so that's on there for you then. Thank you as well for the donations with your shells, and I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's it there for you. That's all perfect. Perfect. Just going to have a sip of my squash here. Give me just a moment. Okay. So up next then is Lisa Hepting. Lisa, are you here? Are they not on the website, Sarah? Yep, the website is www.pearlswithbrecken.com. Are the earrings not on the website? They are called the Classic... Oh. Let me just have a look on my end of the websites. Lisa, hello, hello, hello. Give me just a moment, my lovely. So the classic spiral earrings are the ones I'm wearing now. Oh no, they have. They've gone out of stock. Wow, I did not realise they went out of stock. It means that I can order some more in, but it would be a couple of weeks, because these get made up for me. So it would be at least 2 weeks, possibly up to 3 week wait. So we can definitely get some in, but there will be that wait. But I've made a note now, so I'll get on to that. I didn't realise that they had gone off the website. Okay, so Lisa, you're here. Hello. So you've got one opening altogether, Lisa. Hoping for a bright sea green. And I'm just going to scroll back up. Thank you, Pamela. I'm feeling better. Karen, thank you for the stars. Thank you, Leanne. Mystery and donate. Okay, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? That's not a problem, Sarah. Like I say, I'll get some more ordered. And then they'll go on the website when they come back into stock. Okay, so let's go down your mystery oyster, Lisa. We've got a lighter pop there. Ooh, and in here, there is your mother of pearl. Now I can see here you are twinning. And you're twinning with chocolate bronze twins there. So I'm just having a squidge here for you. And there's no more in that one. Lisa, you are twinning with chocolate bronze twins. Now again, they visually look like they're different sizes. I think all of our twins have been different sizes today so far. But let me hold them up so you can have a closer look. I know you said you was hoping for sea green or purple. Would you like to see both a sea green and a bright purple? I can definitely grab those for you to hold them up so you can see. These are your chocolate twins to start with. Let me measure these. Your visually smaller of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, here's a 7. The larger of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5, so they are measuring different sizes there. So sea green and bright purple. Okay, what do you think to those two there? Now I can swap both of those in for you if you'd like to, because we can swap both the chocolate twins out. But I will still need to know which one, of course, you'd like on the jewellery. And if they're not correct in the shade you're looking for, Lisa, let me know and I can grab some different pearls for you. Both on hoop fittings. Perfect. So they are yours. Let me bring you back up here. Now your item already comes with a hoop fitting, so you'll only be invoiced for one of them on a hoop fitting. Okay, I've got that down for you, Lisa, my lovely. So if we pop these in here, that invoice again, that will get sent over tomorrow for you by tomorrow evening, and it'll get sent to the email address that's on the order form. Lisa, I hope that you're happy with everything there. That's safe up there for you. No, you're very, very welcome, my lovely. Very welcome. Now let me just run through this quickly and then I'll call the next person. So I was just printed off because we're going to be doing an updated order list quite soon. Okay, so I'm just going to see. Up next is Donna Smith. Donna Smith, are you here yet? Now Donna did say she came on earlier and asked to be moved back to the end of the order list. So hopefully she's back. If not, we can move her back again. That's not a problem. Donna, you're here. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. And you're a supporter as well. Perfect. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oysters altogether, and with the supporters bonus you get an extra 3, so that's 8 oysters altogether. Donna, what 8 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Yep, I've got Joe up next after Donna. Okay, Joe, I did just pop you just to the back of the order list. So yeah, you're up next, my lovely. And then after, we've got Donna, then Joe, and then I'll be doing an updated order list. So if you have ordered, you can then hear about whereabouts you are. That didn't come out right, but you'll know what I mean. Mystery and donate. Okay. Donna, are there certain colours you're hoping for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to need, oh, just in time. Bab, would you top this bag up for me, please? I was just about to say I'm going to need to top up that bag, and then you came in. Thank you, darling. Not sure on the colours. We're going to wait and see and wait to see what comes out. That's absolutely fine. So I'm just getting these open for you. Okay, there we go. And let's go down. So, Donna, oyster number 1. We've got a lighter pop there. Well, I hope you're happy, Donna. There is your mother of pearl. Now, straight away with this one, I can see a darker pearl at the top here, if I pop him out. And then if we have a squidge in here, there's no more in that one. Thank you very much, Bab. Okay, so your first pearl is a darker pearl here. Oh wow, you've got a mottled chocolate, Donna. So if I get this focused, have a look at this. So he's a base chocolate, but can you see that he's got that beautiful mottled effect to him? Oh, beautiful first pearl out there. Oh, I'm actually just going to move him over, just because you've got quite a few oysters, just so we've got some room. So moving on to oyster number 2. Quite a nice deep pop with that one. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And again, I can see a slight peeper through the flesh there. Oh, wow. You've almost got like it's a chocolate bronze, but it's almost like a reddy kind of bronze, or like a burnt, possibly like a burnt orange kind of ambery tone. Bright, beautiful chocolate bronze there. Moving on to your next oyster. Quite a nice sharp pop with that one as well. And in here, there is your, sorry, let me show you that. That was just a piece of shell that I was moving out the way. So there's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, and we have another darker pearl, and there's no more in that one. And you have a darker black pearl there. So far mottled chocolate, brighter chocolate bronze, and a black. Moving on to your next oyster, we've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now I can see straight away, Donna, you are quadding. You've got 4 pearls in your one oyster there. So that's 4 in that one oyster. Again, I'm just having a quick squidge. Okay, and there's no more in that one. So if I dry these up for you. Okay, so we have got a bright icy blue, a TARDIS blue, a bright hot pink, and this one here is a 2-tonal autumn peach. So it's lighter and brighter autumn peach, as you can see as you go around. So then bright, or let me move them down slightly so we can see them more. Bright icy blue, TARDIS blue, hot pink, and 2-tonal autumn peach from your quadding oyster. Then moving on to your next oyster. Yes, Linda, she was on yesterday, Gaga was. So in here, there's no more in on that side. And if we have a squidge in here, another darker pearl there. and there's no more in that one. So we have a dark chocolate silver. So he's a base chocolate with a silver overtone there, Donna. Oh, this doesn't want to focus now. Let me just get that. There we go. So you can see it's a base silver. He does have a slight chocolatey overtone to him. Then moving on to your next oyster. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And straight away I can see that you are twinning with lighter sea green twins here, Donna. There's no more in that one. Now again, visually they do look like they're slightly different sizes with the sea greens, but I will measure them at the end and we can have a closer look there. Again, I'm just trying to get it focused for you. What's going on? There we go. You've still got 2 oysters to go. So moving on to, let me move these over. Moving on to your next oyster. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see at the bottom quite a nice darker pearl popping out there. And if we have a squidge in here, there's no more in that one. So you have a darker chocolate pearl. So you've got a few different shades of chocolate here actually, Donna. Just popping them all together over here. Now I will go through them all with you at the end. So we'll open up the last oyster and then we'll go through all the colours and you can let me know what you think. So last oyster, we have a softer pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And if we have, oh, you have a runaway already. So I'm just going to have a squidge and you are twinning. Ending with a twinning oyster there. And there's no more in that one. So again, these are darker twins. And they're dark purple twins here, Donna. So I'm going to pop them in the sand for you and then let's go through all of your colours. So on this side with the single pearls that came out, we've got your dark chocolate, then your mottled chocolate, chocolate bronze, silver and chocolate, so it's a space of base silver with a chocolate overtone, and then you've got your black. On this side, you've got your quadding oyster, so icy blue, TARDIS blue, bright pink, and two-tonal autumn peach. You've got twinning sea greens and then twinning purples at the bottom there. Donna, what do you think to all of these? Now, if you're happy with these colours, that's brilliant, and I'll just need to know which ones you'd like where. If you're not happy, that's absolutely fine, and we can swap the colours for you. And if you prefer to take a screenshot and email me your colour choices over, that's absolutely fine as well. We can include swaps and stuff on an email as well if you prefer to. So let me run them through the board for you. The dark chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Your mottled chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not a 8. He's an 8.5. Chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Silver chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the black is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Bright icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Bright hot pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the two tonal autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. The sea green twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Sea green number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And then purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. He's a 7. Purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. What do you think to these? That's correct. Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, that is correct. Sea green on the earrings I've got on. Perfect. So sea green on there. Mottled chocolate on the bracelet. Yeah. Swap the chocolate bronze and the hot pink for bright corals for the other earrings. And swap the icy blue and other chocolate for pinkles. Now there will be a weight on pinkles. So hang on, what colour am I? Bright corals. If you're happy to wait for the pinkle, then I can definitely do that for you. If you prefer not to wait, is there a different colour that you would like to go for? I would say that the violets are very close to pinkles, but brighter, if that makes sense. Violet, so let me show you two violet and then you can let me know if it's not the right shade for you, then we can pop you on that waiting list for the pinkles. If I get two lighter violets, because they are, oh look at those ones, they are similar, they're kind of brighter but they're still that sort of two-tonal colour tone, if that makes sense, and the rest on hoop fittings. Okay, so these four at the side here, the four we're swapping out, if that's okay. I've added in the violets and the corals there. Are they the correct shade, Donna? So we'd like coral on the other earrings. So if they're the correct shade, I've got down coral on the other earrings. Those are perfect, perfect. So let me bring you up so we can go through this. Sea green on these earrings that I've got on, coral on the other earrings, the mottled chocolate on your bracelet, and what fitting was it? Let me go. hoop fittings, and then you'd like to be invoiced for the rest on hoop fittings. If that's all correct, the invoice for the hoop fittings will get sent through tomorrow for you. It will be by tomorrow evening, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. I'm just popping these in here for you, my lovely. That's perfect. And no, you're very, very welcome. So let me just pop these on here as well. Donna, you're very, very welcome. Thank you for the donations with your shells. And I hope, Donna, that you're happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Leanne, bless you. Somebody did answer above. I had Donna and then I've got Joe next, and then we'll be doing the updated order list. Okay, I didn't verbally answer because I was obviously speaking to Donna, and because somebody had already popped it in, I thought you may have seen that, so apologise if you didn't. But yeah, we've got Joel Holman up next, and then I'll be doing the updated order list. No, that's fine. That's okay, Leanne. I'm sorry that I didn't answer. I assume sometimes that you guys have sort of seen in the comments, but yeah, I can't see every comment, so I don't expect you guys to see every comment. But I can't always answer out loud if I'm talking to somebody, if they're having their opening, if that makes sense. No, it's not a problem, Leanne. Not a problem at all. Yeah, Becky, that's not a problem as well. So I'm looking for Joe Holman. Joe, are you here? Joe, hello. Joe, you are a supporter. Thank you very much. Which means you've got one opening plus the bonus for being the supporter. So that's 2 oyster openings altogether. 2 mystery oysters, Joe, and you'd like to donate your shells. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? There's 1 and 2. What did I just drop? Was that my microphone? Oh, can you guys still hear me? Oh, I had it in my pocket today and it just fell out my pocket. Let me clip it onto my pocket this time. Hang on. Gosh. Hoping for bridal whites, Joe. Okay, right, let's go down. So, mystery oyster number 1. You've got a lighter double pop there. There is your mother of pearl. And then let's have a look in here. So your mystery oyster, you have a runaway and you are twinning. Joe, twinning with your first oyster there. And there's no more in that one. So you are twinning with Blurple Twins to start with. Now, Blurples are a mix between blue and purple, and actually, look visually, they do look like they're slightly different sizes again here. So it does look like we've got one visually larger and one slightly smaller pearl there, but again, we'll measure them at the end for you. Moving on to your second oyster, Joe. Softer pop with that one. Oh, and the piece of shell came off there, and a popper and a runaway came out. So there is your mother of pearl. So you've got an icy blue runaway, and actually you are twinning for a second time, Joe. So there's no more in that one. You have got 2 sets of twins here. We've got Blurple Twins and Icy Blue Twins. Now again, I'm going to pop them in the sand for you. Joe, what do you think to these? Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. And if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. So it's completely up to you. If I run them through the board, your Blurple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Blurple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. So they are measuring different sizes there. Icy Blue number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And Icy Blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. So they are measuring the same size there. What do you think to those? One of the Icy Blues for a bridal white, of course. And what do you think to the other pearls? Are you happy with those? That's perfect. Perfect. Okay. So if I bring you back up here then, Joe, let me just pop these all in here as well. Okay, Joe then, my lovely. I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives as well. That's safe on there. And thank you for the donations with your shells. Okay, so I'm just going to do a updated order list. So if you have ordered whilst I've been on the live, then you definitely have your opening tonight. Joe, you're very welcome. Let me just refresh this, double check that I have printed everybody off. So I'm going to do an updated order list. Now I'm going to type it out while I read it out. Then I can update the order list that's on the page, and also the order list, I'll post it in the comments as well. So just bear with me while I type it out and read it out for you. So up next would be Tara Hughes, and then Julie Hanwell, Rebecca Brandt. Now Rebecca, you said that you had another order, so let me just oh yeah, same name and address. Perfect. So I've added those together for you, Rebecca. Okay, so after Rebecca would be Frankie Ashton, Samantha Bowdown, Sophie Corlett, hi Bronnie, Leanne McFadden, Jodie Kelly. Okay, so I'll read that out again. Tara H, Julie H, Rebecca B, Frankie A, Samantha B, Sophie C, Leanne M and Jodie K. So I'm going to post this on the order list that was on the page already. So there's going to be a dotted line, and then I'll post the new order list so you can then sort of see where part 2 of the order list is. So that's just saving now. There we go. So if you refresh the page, you'll see that there. And then if I pop them in the comments as well, there you go. Perfect. So up next then is Tara Hughes. Tara, are you here? Oh, such a good tea. Tara Hughes, are you here? Oh, Tara, hello. So, Tara, where are you? I've missed you. There we go. So you're a supporter as well. Perfect. So you've got 6 openings, and then with the supporter bonus, you've got 7 altogether. So I've lost you again. Mystery donate the shells. Sorry, my lovely. So 7 mystery oysters donating your shells. Tara, is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's actually my ceiling. I made it. It's organza material. So it's baubles. It's like Christmas baubles, all different shades of purple and sized baubles as well. It's organza fabric, and then it's there's fairy lights under there as well. The fairy lights are not on today, but yeah, that is on my ceiling. Yep, if you would like to order, we can add doing an extra order list once we get to the end of this one, Star. That's not a problem. Tara, you're hoping for silvers and TARDIS blues. Oh, I love that. Right, let's go down. Oyster number 1. Quite a nice sharp pop with your first oyster. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. Straight away in here, we can see that you have a coral pearl there. If I pop him out. And there's no more in that one. So your first pearl is a coral pearl. And then moving on to oyster number 2, you've got a lighter pop there. Oh, and a runaway pearl backwards here. So we've got a brighter pink runaway. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, I can actually see a lighter blue there as well. And you are quadding, and these are similar colours to what we had earlier actually. There's no more in that one, so similar, but I'm going to say lighter shades to what we had earlier. So you have a candy floss pink, a autumn peach, a lighter icy blue, and a TARDIS blue. Yay! So I've moved your single pearl over just so we can fit all the oysters, all the pearls in here. Moving on to your next oyster, so we've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see that you have another TARDIS blue here, Tara. So if I pop him out for you and have a squidge in here. Oh, Linda, I hope you're okay. But I hope you have a good weekend as well. So Tara, if I dry up this TARDIS blue, I'm going to pop him with the coral here, but you can already see very similar to the TARDIS blue that came out of the quadding oyster there. Moving on to your next oyster. Quite a nice sharp pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see here we have a dark purple down the bottom. And I'm just having a squidge as well. And there's no more in that one. So it's like a darker, almost grape purple here. If I pop him under your coral, so you can have a closer look. So you can see he's got that dark grape purple tone to him. Moving on to your next oyster. Lighter pop with that one there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And you're twinning. And you're twinning with lilac purple twins there. Lots of people are waiting and are into the lilacs at the moment, Tara. So I hope you're happy with them. It's a very, very popular colour. These are just slightly brighter, I suppose. So slightly brighter. Gorgeous, brighter lilac purples. There we go. Then moving on to your last two oysters now. So your next oyster, quite a nice louder pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see a lighter gold pearl straight away. If I pop him out, it's almost like a pastel-y golden colour. And there's no more in that one. So a lighter pastel gold. And then Tara, moving on to your last oyster here. Good luck, my lovely. Got a lighter pop with that one. There's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, you are twinning. There's no more in that one. So twinning with darker pearls here for you. So let me dry these up for you as well. What do you mean, Bronnie? Like have an unusual selection as like a swap choice? So you're twinning with the last twins there with darker purple. So if we go through all of these together, your single pearls on this side is a TARDIS blue, a coral, a lighter gold and a grape purple. On this side you've got a quadding candy floss pink, lighter autumn peach, icy blue and TARDIS blue. Then you've got twinning lilacs and twinning dark purples as well. Tara, what do you think to these? Again, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. If not, we can swap them for you. And if you prefer to, you can take a screenshot and email me your choices across. If I measure them, your coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Your TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he is a 6.5. The great purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And your gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. Quadding oyster TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The icy blue is is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The Autumn Peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the Candy Floss Pink's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Lilac Purple Twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Lilac Twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. Then Dark Purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Dark Purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. They're the same size as well. Yes, I am working on it. Definitely working on it. My issue, like I said, is I just keep adding colours. So they keep coming out and then have to keep adding them on. So that's my issue. So can we swap the coral, the pink, the peach and the purple for silvers for the earrings? What shade of silver? Are you thinking lighter silver or darker silver or 2 of each? And icy blue and gold for violets. Because those two are darker silver. And then we've got these two as the lighter silver. Oh, bright silver. Okay, let me just take the 2 darker ones away. Okie dokie. And then 2 violets. So let me just add the violets in as well. And then you can have a look and let me know if they're the correct shade you were looking for. Violet. Oh, there it is. Oh. TARDIS blues in the middles. Okie dokie. So I'm going to do that. Did I get all those? Yeah. Let me just set that up here. Just so you can see. Okay, so these ones on this side are the ones we're swapping out. So that's those there. Then I've got the silvers and the blues. And then I've added the violets in as well. Are they the correct shades that you're looking for, Tara? And if so, is that the correct, so you'd like top, middle, bottom, is that the correct way that you'd like them lined out as well? Lovely. Perfect. So let's just take the swaps away here. And then we're going to have top silver, middle TARDIS blue, and then bottom I'm going to have silver again. Let's pop these in here for you. And then the other pals. Tara, you're very, very welcome. There we go, that's all in there for you. So I hope you're happy with that. And I've got that all down for you as well. Tara, thank you for the donations with your shells, my lovely. That's safe up there, on there, and then up there for you as well. Oh, no, where am I going? It's because I put the arm up for my chair. There we go. Oh, Okay, so Tara, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. So the arms of my chair can go up and down, so I went to push off, but I only got one arm down, the other one's up, so I sort of pushed off on a wonk and that didn't work. No, Tara, you're very, very welcome. An indentation board that can like hold the petals. So you're thinking like a showcase board which holds the pearls, possibly numbered as well. Ignore the writing, pearl shaker, and let's go down. Something like that, is that what you're thinking? I mean, I can look into it, that might not be a fast thing. Ignore the scribble. Oh, basically I've got a board and it's holding the pearls with numbers. We'll see. I can look into it and see what I can do. Right, up next is Julie Hanwell. Julie, are you here? Julie, hello, and you are a supporter. Thank you ever so much, Julie. So you've got 2 openings there. With your supporter bonus, that makes 3 openings altogether. So you've got 1, 2 and 3 oysters here. Julie, donating the shells, is there certain colours that you're hoping for? Can you swap the lilacs for sea greens to let people... Oh, Tara, you don't have to do that. Bless you. That's very kind. I mean, if you want to obviously swap them for you, that's absolutely fine. But you don't need to swap them for the swaps, if that makes sense. Right, Julie, let's go down. So, oyster number 1. Lighter pop there. Hoping for blues and purples. Okay, so oyster number 1, there's your mother of pearl. And straight away in here, I can see 1, 2, 3 and 4. Julie, first oyster, and you're quadding. And you're hoping for blues and purples. And you have a purple here. So let me just dry these up for you, and then I can hold them up so you can see. So you've got a darker chocolate, a grape purple, a bright hot pink, and a coral. Bless you, Tara. Okay, I'll write that down for you in just a moment. Thank you ever so much. Oh, now I've got hiccups. Excuse me. So, Julie, that's your first oyster. Moving on to oyster number 2. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see on the edge here, you are twinning purple twins here, Julie. So again, let me just have a squidge. Okay, so there's no more in that one. And you have purple twins. So let me hold them up so you can see. They're slightly different shades of purple, but only just. As you can see, one's slightly brighter, one's slightly lighter, but they do look like they're visually the same size here. Sorry, just getting it focused. There we go. So Grape Purple Twins at the bottom there as well. And then moving on to your last oyster, Julie, which again is your mystery oyster. Double pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And you have a lilac purple. So let me squidge him out for you. And there's no more in that one. So you have a lilac purple. Julie, you said you was hoping for blues and purples, and you've had actually a dominantly purple opening here. So I hope you're happy with those. Of course, if you're not happy, as you know, we can swap them for you. And then I'll just need to know which two you would like on your jewellery. So you've got at the top the chocolate, grape purple, bright pink and coral, twinning grape purples and that lilac purple at the bottom. Running them through the board for you. Your coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He is a 6.5. Hot pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Grape purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. Grape purple twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Grape purple twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And then your lilac purple on his own is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Not a 6.5, he is a 7. What do you think to these? What do you think? What would you like to do, my lovely? Oh, swap the chocolate for the bronze in my swap pot. Hot pink for dove grey and coral for bright purple. Okay, have a look at these for me. So I've added in the bronze there, the brighter purple and the dove grey. Taken away these three at the side here. Are you happy with the ones I've added in there for you, Julie? And then if so, which ones would you like on your jewellery? Twin purples on the earrings. Perfect. So let me just bring you back up here, and if I pop the purple twins in a bag on their own, and then your other pearls can go in here, and then the swaps over here. So if I write that down for you, so we're going to have purple twins on there. Lobster fittings on the dove grey and the bronze. So lobster fitting on dove grey and bronze. Perfect, I've got that down for you. The invoice for the extra fittings then, it will get sent through tomorrow for you. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. Thank you, Julie, for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Perfect. And up next then today is Rebecca Brandt. Becky, are you here? Julie, you're very, very welcome. Tara, I've done the note already. See? I did it while the camera was down. But thank you for reminding me, because my memory isn't great sometimes. Okay, Becky, hello, hello, hello. And you're a supporter as well. Thank you, my lovely. So, Becky, you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 openings. And then with the supporter bonus, you've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 openings altogether, Becky. What 10 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Let me just mark off that you're here as well. Perfect. Mystery and keep the shells. Are you keeping all 10 shells, Becky? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Let me get them open for you. It's absolutely fine to keep all 10 if you wanted to. I'm just asking so I know what I'm doing, that's all. No, just a few, that they don't break badly. Okie dokie. So I'll save the stronger ones for you. Yeah? Just you that don't break badly. Yeah, I'll save the stronger ones for you. That's absolutely fine. I mean, like I said, if you'd like to keep all 10, that's fine as well. It's just... Oh, it's just so I know. Right, there we go. That's there. Let's move this. That was the chair, by the way, if you heard that. Okie dokie. I do have pearls on them, yes. The pearls are in the centre, so if you open up the twirl, there's my pearl. So the pearl sort of dangles in the middle of the twirl, and then the twirl, yeah, just spirals around, and the pearl hangs in the centre. Right, let's go down, Becky. So, mystery oyster number 1. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? You've got a lighter pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the shells to the side, and I'm just going to clean them all at the end, the ones which are stronger, if that's okay. So to start with, I can see a slight peeper there, and you have a 2-tonal pearl popping out there. There's no more in that one. So like I said, I'm going to clean the shells that we're keeping up at the end, okay. So you've got a 2-tonal blurple. So again, a blurple is a mix between a blue and a purple. So you can see here you've got lighter and then darker areas to this pearl. Moving on to oyster number 2. Again, lighter pop there. Ooh, and in here, there's your mother of pearl. And you are twinning with gold pearls here. Again, slightly too tonal. There's no more in that one. And visually, possibly slightly different. Let's pop these how I do. Twins on this side. Possibly slightly different sizes, but again, we'll measure them at the end. So I've popped the twins on the other side again, just because we've got 10 oysters, just preempting space for the pearls there. Moving on to your next oyster. Lighter double pop with that one. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, you love the gold, perfect. Oh, okay, so we've got a blush pink here. And there's no more in that one. If I dry him up for you. So blush pink, I've popped him next to your Blurple for you. Then moving on to your next oyster. Lighter double pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see that you've got blush pink twinning pearls from your fourth oyster. You are twinning with blush pink twins there. Now I've popped 4 shells to the side. Do you think 4 will be enough, or would you like me to carry on going? I haven't cleaned them yet. I'll clean them at the end. Oh, nearly dropped the sun then. But yeah, is 4 enough, or would you like some more? So twinning pink pearls here, if I pop them in the sand for you. That's plenty. Okay, so moving on to your next oyster. You have a lighter pop with that one. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see here that we've got a darker peeper. You have a water feature in the garden to put them in. Oh, I love that, Becky. Well, yeah, if you need any more in the future, just, of course, yeah, let me know if that wasn't enough. So you've got your dark purple here. Let me pop him in here as well. So with the twins are over there, the single pearls are on this side. Moving on to your next oyster. You've got a lighter, softer pop with this one. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now with this one, I did see a slight peeper in there. If I have a squidge, I can see that you're twinning for a 3rd time. Now these twins, they are gold again. However, they are very light pastel gold. So let me pop them in here for you. And you can see the difference in the golds. So you've got your brighter gold. Oh, let me get it focused. You've got the brighter gold at the top, and then those beautiful pastel golds at the bottom there. Okay, so then moving on to your next oyster. Oh, double pop with that one. There's your mother of pearl. And towards this side here, you have a coral. Oh, Leanne, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. And there's no more in that one. So you've got a lighter, brighter coral. So if we pop him in the sand for you. And then you've got 3 oysters to go, my lovely. Now, one of them is a clapper, so I'll bring him up next. All the clapper means is it just means it's slightly open, so I don't need to pop it because I can fit the knife in here already. Oh, and I can see, oh, and in this one, so there's your mother of pearl. Right at the, oh, runaway, but right at the bottom, you was twinning. So that was a good one to open up next. So you are twinning, and these are darker purple twins, Becky. Okay, so there's no more in that one. Oh, bless you, Cindy. Not a problem. I'll be doing an updated order list once we get to the end of the current one, okay? Now, dark purple twins, visually possibly slightly different sizes there, but again, I will measure them at the end for you. Then moving on to your last two oysters now. So in here, we've got a very soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here you have a two-tonal blurple. So you had a two-tonal blurple earlier, and we have another one now, so there's no more in there. And if we show you this two-tonal colouring, so again, darker and lighter areas as you go around the pearl. And then moving on to your last oyster, which is your mystery oyster. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now you have a runaway already, a quite larger chocolate bronze, and you are ending with twinning. Becky, your fifth pair of twins there. Wow, 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 wow. So again, let me just dry these up for you. Pop them in the sand. And then, oh, is there going to be enough room? There we go. And then we'll go through all the colours. So single pearls, you've got a blush pink, two-tonal blurple, coral, dark purple, and then a second two-tonal blurple. Twins, you've got twinning chocolates, twinning brighter golds, twinning candy pinks, twinning pastel golds, and twinning dark purples. Now I will measure them for you in just a moment. If I leave them there, can you see them there? I'm just going to clean up the shells for you, and then I'm going to measure them. Okay, so I'll measure the pearls in just a moment. And of course I'll hold them up again so you can see them closer. Okay. Almost done. Oh, Becky, of course you can. I haven't read that full comment yet. Give me a moment. Let me pin it though so it doesn't go anywhere. Okie dokie. Okay, so can we have the brightest gold? Let's move those over there. Can we have the brightest gold on the bumblebee? Brightest gold on there. Light gold on the plain studs. Yeah, coral on the bracelet. Okay, and swap purple for an icy blue. Which purple would you like to... Oh, this single darker purple. Swap him for a icy blue. And then which two would you like on your pendant? The biggest blush pink on the necklace with the icy blue, pink at the top, ice blue at the bottom. Biggest, so that pink and blue like that there. So we're going to have top pink and then bottom blue. Is that correct? What I'm going to do is the light pastel golds that you'd like on the studs. They're not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. So they're measuring the same size there. Change the coral to a dark blue and have the dark blue on the bracelet instead. Of course you can. Is that correct there, that dark blue? So it's the one that's just above the blurple, below the blush pink. If that blue is correct, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Oh, so you want to keep the coral, but you'd like to have a blurple. So one of the two tonal blurples on the bracelet. So one of the two tonal blurples on the bracelet. Yes, blurple. Okay, so let me measure the blurples. Blurple number 1, just going to take that purple away that we swapped the blue in for. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And then blurple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. So we'll put this one on the bracelet there. No, it's fine, Becky. Are you happy with that pink and blue for the pendant like that? It's the ones that are in the centre. I'll measure them for you. Your pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the blue's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He is a 6.5. Was you happy with those two there? So blurple, pink and blue. The brightest gold is this one. He's not a 5, not a 5.5. Whoa, he's a runaway. Not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. So your brightest gold for the B is an 8. And, okay, so I've measured all of the ones for the jewellery. So then your remaining pearls, if I measure these ones for you, so your jewellery pearls I've taken out and just put in their separate bags, just so then obviously I know which ones are going where. So these are your remaining pearls now. So your coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Blush pink's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Blurple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Chocolate twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Chocolate twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Remaining gold twin is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Remaining pink twin is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. And then purple twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And purple twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Becky, are you happy with all of those there? Let me pop your other pearls in here for you. Alright, I'm just going to pop all these on here, and then I'm going to wrap those shells up as well. No, Becky, you're very, very welcome. Very welcome. Right, let's just wrap your shells up, and then one and two. Oh, I missed it. There we go. 3 and 4. Okay, so Becky, I'm just popping your names on here. So thank you for the donations of the shells that you donated, and then you've kept your 4 shells there as well. Becky, oh bless you. No, it's not a problem. To be honest, we've got such weird colour names. I can't expect everyone to know them. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. That's all safe up there for you. And yeah, I hope you're happy. Oh, you just scared me. Boo. Why are you coming in? Oh, a new tea. Thank you very much. Oh, I didn't even ask for that one. Right, up next today is Frankie Ashton. Frankie, are you here? And Becky, you're very, very welcome. Frankie, hello. And you're a supporter, Frankie. Thank you ever so much. Can you have mystery oysters donate the shells? You can indeed. So you've got one oyster opening here. With the supporter bonus, that makes you have 2 openings altogether. Donating your shells. Frankie, is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So oyster number 1 and 2. Let's go down. So oyster number 1, you've got a lighter pop there, and there's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, hoping for lighter pastel colours. Okay. Oh, you have a lighter icy blue. There's no more in that one. So you've got your lighter icy blue there. Then moving on to mystery oyster number 2. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, you've got a darker pearl. And there's no more in that one. So he looks like he is a darker chocolate here. Frankie, what do you think to these? Now, I know you said you were hoping for those pastel colours, so if you would like to swap one or both of these, we can definitely do that for you. Or if you're happy with these, that's perfect. I will need to know which one you'd like on your jewellery. You do get to keep the other pearl as well. It's just which one to go on the jewellery, my lovely. Oh, Becky, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. Yes, Pamela. I believe so, off the top of my head. Icy blue on the jewellery. Perfect. Well, I'm glad you're happy with those, Frankie. Did I measure them? Jodie, bless you. Thank you for the stars as well. I'm going to go back down. I don't think I did measure them. So if we pop them through the board for you. Icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And your darker chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5 as well. Sorry, my lovely. But there we go. So 6.5s. Karen, thank you for the stars as well there. Now I'm going to write down that you'd like the blue on the jewellery, my lovely. So I hope you're happy with that. Let's pop that on there, and then we're going to have blue on there. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And of course, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. No, Frankie, you're very, very welcome. Mother's Day present to yourself. Oh, well, I love that. I hope you're happy with it. And I wish you a very happy Mother's Day, Frankie, for Sunday. Up next then today is Samantha Bodell. Samantha, are you here? Can I send a link? I can have a quick look to see if they're on the website. Not all, oh, still got St. Patrick's Day on there. Not all the crystal items are on the website. So I know I've got light vitriol in. So we've got a pear drop. That's in the light vitriol. We've got, this is just quick looking. Okay, so what I can see that's on the website at the moment is this pear drop. I'll pop it in the comments, but the other ones aren't on the website at the moment. I know I've got them in, but they're not all on there as of yet. Samantha, hello, and you are a supporter. Thank you very much, Samantha. So you've got one opening, and then with your supporter bonus, that's 2 oyster openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like, Samantha? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Just marking off that you're here as well. I like to mark off that you're here, because then obviously if someone's not here, it's easier for me to see if they come back on again, and then obviously then I can see who I'm moving if they can't make today. It went into Holt, Bronnie, because the one that arrived was wrong, so then it's having to get redesigned, and it's just a long process. It took me about 4 months to get it in the first place. So yeah, it's not coming along very well. Samantha, mystery and donate the shells. So 1 and 2. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for with these oysters here, my lovely. Just getting these two open. And then Samantha, let's go down. Mystery oyster number 1. We've got a lighter pop there. And in your first oyster, there is your mother of pearl. And you are twinning. And twinning with lilac purple twins here, Samantha. You're happy with any colours? Okay. There's no more in that one. So first oyster, twinning with lilac purples. Now it does look like you've got one which is slightly darker, one which is slightly lighter here. So I pop them in the sun so you can see. One lighter, one darker lilac purple. So I'm just going to get this, there we go, focused for you. And then moving on to your oyster number 2, double pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And you've got a TARDIS blue to this side. So I'm just going to squidge him out, and we're having another squidge in here for you. Okay, and there's no more in that one. So you've got twinning lilacs, one slightly lighter, one slightly darker, and a TARDIS blue. Samantha, what do you think to these? Again, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. And if you're not happy, we can swap them. I'll need to know which one you'd like on the jewellery, of course, if you are happy. If I run them through the board, darker lilac is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your lighter lilac is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then the TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he is a 6.5. The pops, yeah, I just like describing the sounds. The different pops don't necessarily mean anything. It's just the different sounds. What do you think, Samantha? Let me have a little look for you. So with this one, you'd like lilac on there. And then okay, so you'd like the TARDIS on the bracelet from earlier. Yeah? Okay, I've got that down for you. So from the bracelet from order 22444, you'd like the TARDIS blue on there, and then you'd like the lilac on the bracelet from order 22473. I hope that's correct, my lovely. I'm just going to pop these together, I think, and then that way I can sort them out and get everything sorted properly for you. Just confirm for me if that's correct, though. It's a colour on your dad's favourite car. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you found something that obviously will keep him close, and that's a lovely sentiment. I'm sorry to hear about that. Samantha, overall, I hope you're happy with everything. Thank you again for the donations with your shells, and that is all safe up there for you, my lovely. Okay, up next today is Sophie Corlett. Sophie, are you here? Samantha, you're very, very welcome. And Sophie, hello. Sophie, you have got one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Mystery and donate, Sophie. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So let's get him open. And Sophie, let's go down. So in here, you've got a lighter pop there. Hoping for a blue of any kind. Oh, okay, so there's your mother of pearl. Now, Sophie, you are twinning. Now, these are Blurple Twins. So Blurple is a mix between blue and purple. So in some lights, it will look more blue. In some lights, it will look more purple. So it's sort of a mix between the two. Now, let me hold them up for you. What do you think to those? Are they blue enough for you? Of course, if they're not, we can swap one or both of them. Or if you're happy with those, that's absolutely fine. It's completely up to you. As long as they look blue. I would say that because they are Blurple, they do look purple in shades. Let me grab you some different blues just so you can have a look. Now both of those are two-tonal. Oh. Both of them are two-tonal, the ones I'm just showing you here. So these two are definitely blues here, and this one is slightly brighter, and he's got some blue spots on him. And this one is lighter of the two, but he does have slightly darker areas. So if you'd like to stick with your original two, that's absolutely fine. If you'd like to swap them for these two, that's fine. Or if you'd like to see some different blues, I've got some darker blues I can show you as well. I can do that as well. So it's up to you, Sophie, what you think would be best. Because these ones, they do have blue in them, but they do have purple as well. So if you do want more of a solid blue, I would possibly say to swap them. darker blues. Yep, let me show you. So I've got, okay, so we've got this TARDIS blue. And then that's a brighter icy blue. And then we've got quite a nice dark deep colour with that one there. So these are the 5 sorts of shades of blue that I do have in at the moment. I'm just going to move them around to go in colour shade, and then that way you can have a look. Okay, so I've moved your Blurples over here again, so if you'd like to stick with those, that's absolutely fine. Let me get this focused for you. Oh, sorry, give me just a moment, my lovely. Okay, so you've got lighter, more like a pastel sky blue, a lighter icy blue, brighter icy blue, then we've got a TARDIS blue and a darker deep blue. If any of those are what you're looking for, I'm going to give you numbers, and then you could pick 2 if you wanted to. So this is number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So if you'd like any of these, let me know which number and we can swap those in, or of course we can stick with your original 2. But if you look at them here, you can sort of see the purple in them. Yep, the pendant does hold 1 pearl. However, the pendant, you can swap the pearls around in it. So you'll be able to take the pendant off the chain, swap the pearl around with the other pearl, and then you can pop it back on the chain again. So because obviously you've got twins, you do have that option to swap and change if you wanted to. So you'd like to go for the TARDIS blue, that's absolutely fine. So the TARDIS blue, and then would you like to keep one of your originals, or would you like to pick another blue or even a different colour? Two and 4. Okay, so let's move all these out the way. Just confirm you're happy with those 2 there. And then, like I said, you'll be able to swap and change them around in the pendant because it's a cage pendant. Yeah, so then possibly to match what you're wearing or to match anything like that, you'll be able to swap with the lighter and the darker, or even just obviously how you're feeling that day or anything like that. I hope that makes sense. And I hope you're happy with those colours there, Sophie. So I'm just popping them in here for you. And that's safe on there as well. And yes, of course, that's right, Jackie. If the jewellery only holds 1 pearl and you get multiples in your Oyster, you still get to keep all the extra pearls. Happy with them? Am I able to post them straight to recipient rather than send them to me? Yes, of course I can. Let me make a note here. If you can email me with the 5-digit order number that you'll find on your confirmation email, and then just let me know what address you'd like me to send it to, and I'll make a note here that you're going to be sending me a different delivery address. Okay? Of course, the dispatched email and tracking number will still get sent to the email address that's on the order form. So that's going to be your email address. So you'll know when it's been dispatched. But yeah, if you send me a different delivery address, it can get posted there. No, Sophie, you're very, very welcome. So I've popped that safe up there for you. Just include in the email as well, if you'd like me to pop the Normally I pop the invoice in the parcel, but if it's going straight to the person, you might not want that in there, just like if it's like a gift thing, you just not see prices and stuff. So just include in the email if you don't mind me sending that invoice on, or if you prefer me to keep it out. Okay, but I hope you and the person receiving it will be happy with everything once it arrives. And up next today is Leanne McFadden. Leanne, are you here? I'm looking for Leanne McFadden. Are you here? Leanne, hello. Hello. So Leanne, you are a supporter. Thank you ever so much. So you've got 2 oyster openings altogether. So with your supporter bonus, that's 3 openings altogether. And you would donate the shells and cut oysters that would have gold or silver in. I'd say mystery would have gold and silver in, so we'll go for mystery, Leanne, donating your shells, and you're hoping then for golds and silvers. Oh, we've only got 2 out, hang on, sorry, I forgot the bonus one. There we go. 1, 2 and 3. So, Leanne, let's go down. Mystery oyster number 1. Lighter pop there. And in your first oyster, there is your mother of pearl. And in here, towards the side, I can see that you have a candy floss pink here. So we're going to have a squidge in here for you. And you are twinning with candy floss pink pearls there. Again, visually, one is slightly larger than the other. So I've popped them in the sun so you can see. So beautiful pinks to start with. And then moving on to mystery oyster number 2. Oh, beautiful pop with that one. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And you are twinning for a second time. Leanne, twinning with coral twins here. So I'm just having a squidge in here for you. And again, there's no more in that one. So let's dry this up for you. And here are the beautiful shade of coral, actually, these 2. Have a look at those. And then moving on to your last oyster, again, which is your mystery oyster. And again, a really deep pop with that one. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. You've actually got a runaway. You have a gold. And Leanne, you are twinning for a 3rd time. 3 sets of twins, 3 in a row. And your last set is the gold colour that you was possibly hoping for here. Now, if I dry these up for you, and we're going to pop them all in the sand, what do you think to these 3 sets of twins? Are you happy with these? If so, which ones would you like on your jewellery? And of course, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. Let me run them through the board. So Candy Floss Pink Twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Candy Floss Pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. So I'm measuring different sizes there. Coral number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And coral number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then your gold number 1 is not a 5, oh, he's a runaway, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And gold number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. What do you think to these, Leanne? And if you're happy, which ones would you like on the jewellery? What do you think? Just going to pop them down for a second. Oh, love the gold earrings. Can you change Candy Floss Pink for Dove Grey and Coral for Navy? So for if you'd like stud earrings and you've already had the openings, so that would be an additional £15 a pair. So Dove Grey and Navy. Bless you, Amy. Hello, my lovely. I can invoice you, that's not a problem. So just to confirm, Leanne, you'd like all of your twins. Obviously, if you're happy with the colours that we're just going to find for you. So you'd like 3 sets of studs. You've obviously already got the first one. So you'll be invoiced for an additional 2 sets of studs. And that invoice will go to the email address that's on the order form. And it will be sent over tomorrow for you. It'll be by tomorrow evening. Just have a look at these colour shades here and let me know if those are the correct ones you're hoping for. So you've got Dove Grey and the darker blue there. Just going to take the other ones away. Are those colour shades okay for you? So we're going to have gold on there and invoice for on studs. Okie dokie. Yes, okay, perfect. So yeah, that invoice will get sent across tomorrow for you, my lovely. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. So that's safe on there. And then that's at that for you. Bless you, Amy. Thank you. And thank you for watching. And Leanne, you're very, very welcome. Up next today is Jodie Kelly. Jodie, are you here? Jodie, hello. So Jodie, you're a supporter, thank you very much. So we'll do your 2 openings first. So with the 2 oyster openings, and then with those 2 items you've got 2 bonuses for the supporter bonus as well. So Jodie, that's 4 oysters altogether. What 4 I will indeed. Oh yeah, Jodie, are we doing it all together, my lovely? Or am I calling separately? Oh, bless you, Jackie. Well, I'm glad I could help in any way. Thank you, Cherie. The cup, it says it's love here. And then on the inside here, up here, it says you're so loved. And then it's got like a love heart handle. It is a lovely little mug. Separately, okay, perfect, Jodie. So for you then, you've got 2 openings and then 2 bonus openings, so 4 altogether. What 4 oysters would you like, Jodie? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Mystery and keep the shells. Okay, is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Let me get them open for you. 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so let's go down. So mystery oyster number 1, you've got a lighter pop there. Charlotte, I'm glad to hear that you're not too bad, but I hope you feel better soon. So what I'm going to do, Jodie, is I'm going to measure the dear me, I'm going to clean up the shells for you at the end. Okay, so mystery oyster number 1, and you're hoping for lilacs. Okay, so let's have a squidge in here. You've got a pastel yellow. There's no more in that one. So your first oyster has given you a pastel yellow. If I pop him in the sand for you. Moving on to oyster number 2, again is your mystery oyster. Lighter double pop there. And in here, again, there's a little bit of flesh on that side, but you can see there's no pearls there. And if we have a squidge in here, you have a huge, here's a huge darker pearl, and there's no more in that one. So he is a darker chocolate, and he does have a flash of olive green to him. Let me show you. So you can see base chocolate, but he does have a few flashes of olive green to him there. And he is huge. And then moving on to your next oyster. Double pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see straight away that you are twinning 1 and 2, and you're twinning with chocolate bronze twins, and they are slightly different colours to each other here. So there's no more in that one. Chocolate bronze twins here, 1 lighter chocolate and 1 darker chocolate. Look at those. Quite a nice colour palette. They're all sort of matching, like pairing together these colours so far, Jodie. And then moving on to your last oyster, which again is your mystery oyster here. So we've got a lighter pop there. And again, a little bit of flesh on that side, but you can see there's no pearls there. And then if we have a squidge in here, you have a lighter icy blue. and there's no more in that one. Okay, so Jodie, what do you think to all of these? You've got a lemon yellow, a chocolate with the two-tonal olive green, then you've got twinning chocolate bronze, one lighter, one darker, and then you've got an icy blue as well. Now I'll move those over in just a second. Let me just make some room with the shells here, and then of course I'll measure them for you in a moment as well. Now, as you know, Jodie, if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. I'll just need to know which ones you'd like where. And if you're not happy, we can swap them, either one or all of them, as you know. Okay. There's going to be a weight on the Pepsi Blue. So if you don't mind waiting, I can do that for you. If you prefer not to wait, is there another colour you'd like to go for? I can definitely do the sea green though. TARDIS blue is fine. Okie dokie. Right, let's measure these pearls and then we can have a look at your swaps for you. Okay, so we've got a lemon yellow. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The chocolate and olive is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Icy blue is not a 5, oh, he's a runaway. Not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Darker chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Lighter chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. Okay, so Jodie, let me grab a sea green and a TARDIS blue for you, and then I'll need to know which two colours you would like where. Sean, hello. Any unusual pearls to hand? Depends on what colour. What colour shade are you looking for, unusual pearl wise? Are you happy with those two there? I have a two-tonal purple pot. I won't have two-tonal silvers to hand. I mean, I'm sure I've got them, but I don't have a two-tonal silver pot. I do have a two-tonal purple pot, so I can definitely have a look there. Happy with those two colours? Perfect. Are you just looking for one to swap in? So I'm just wrapping up your shells for you. Okie dokie. Right, let's have a look. Two-tonal purples, two-tonal pink, two-tonal purple. Okay. Oh, got some pinks in here that shouldn't be in here. Right, why are these in here? Let's have a look. So we've got a grape purple. So this one, you said you like purple and silvers. This one's base grape purple, and he's got a few silver flashes to him. So he's not massively two-tonal, but he does have silver flashes to him there. So base purple with the silver flashes. We don't have many in here actually. I don't know why that one's... Let's take away the ones which aren't purple and shouldn't be in here. Now this one here again is base silver, but has got like, so you can see it's silver. Oh, what's going on with the light? It's silver on this side. Right, let me get it focused first. Okay, so this one is silver on this side, and then as you go around, it's just got a touch of purple to him. So base lighter silver with a flash of purple there. So that one's quite a nice, unique one as well. I'm not sure. I don't think my two-tonal purple pot's been updated. Bad sort of, all the rest of them are solid colours. So I need to go through and sort that out. The second one, oh, I don't know why that came back up. The second one's the lighter silver with the purple overtone. Which colour would you like to swap out? And then we can add that one in. And then you'd like that one on the bracelet. That's absolutely fine. Oh, to swap the icy blue. You'd already said, I hadn't seen. Okay, so to confirm, you'd like the purple on the bracelet. And what colour on the other item? Sea green on there. That's perfect. I've got that down for you, Jodie, and I have wrapped up all your shells there for you. So I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. And then we also have Donna Diamond. Are you here? You're very welcome, Jodie. Donna, hello. So Donna, I've got a little message for you here. It says, this is a Mother's Day gift for you from your grandchildren, Holly, Harry and Bodie. I hope I pronounced I hope I pronounced Bodie. I hope I got that correct. And if I haven't, Jodie, please tell me. But Donna, this is your Mother's Day gift from your grandchildren, Holly, Harry and Bodie. So I can see, yeah, I got a hole in my glove. I don't know how, when I was sorting out the pearls, but never mind. So I can see that you have, Donna, 2 openings here. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Oh, bless her. And I did. Perfect. It's a lovely name. It's just, again, I don't want to get names wrong. I get so nervous. But Donna, 2 openings. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Can she know the item? Oh, of course she can. I didn't know whether to read it out or not. So you'd like me to tell her the item, Jodie, just confirm. Donna, mystery and donate the shells. Perfect. 1, and 2. Yep, okay, so the item that you have got, Donna, is the eye cage pendant. Okay, so that's the eye cage pendant. I hope you've seen it and I hope you like it. So, moving down to your oysters, oyster number 1, you have a lighter pop there. And in your first oyster, oh sorry Donna, I haven't asked, is there certain colours you're hoping for? There's your mother of pearl. Now I can see a peeper at the bottom here and he is a darker purple. Let me have a squidge. So dark purple popped out the bottom. Okay, there's no more in that one. So he is a darker grape purple here. And then moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. So we've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And straight away, you are twinning. Donna, you are twinning with 2 two-tonal icy blues. And there's no more in that one. So purple and blues here. Now I'll show you the two-tonalness of them. Okay, so let me just get this focused. So this one here is mainly lighter with a few darker flashes, and then twin number 2 is overall darker with a few lighter flashes. Now Donna, what do you think to these? Again, if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect, and if you're not, we can swap them for you. So the purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, he's a 6. Lighter icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the darker icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. You're very happy, perfect. If you want to swap, you can swap, it's not an issue at all. Of course, if you're happy, that's fine as well. It's completely up to you, Donna. Alison, thank you for the stars there. Wouldn't want to swap Joe there from your grandkids. Oh, I love that. Okay, well, I'm glad you're happy with them. Let me pop them in here. Oh, it's because the sand, right, I've moved the mouse now, so it just don't start that off. Okay, so I'm popping this on here. Donna, thank you for the shells there. So Jodie and Donna, I hope you're both happy with everything once it arrives. I've kept your shells for you, Jodie, and Donna, thank you so much for the donations with yours. So if I pop these up here for you, and yeah, I hope you're happy with everything. I actually thought that, Jodie, I thought 2 blues for the boys and 1 for the girl, but I didn't want to say anything in case Donna wanted to swap. So yeah, I thought that was lovely. No, you're very, very welcome. Right, we're going to do an updated order list now. Just refreshing this over here. Possibly just one person. Yeah, okay, so it's just the one person on the order list then. So, Star Corley, are you here? Love that idea, guys. Well, I'm glad you're happy. Star, hello, and you're a supporter, thank you very much, which means you've got 3 openings altogether, 2 bonus supporter bonuses, oyster openings. That came out funny. So Star, you've got 5 oysters altogether. What 5 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Thank you, Jodie, and you're very, very welcome. Oh, I've got that drip, drip, drip song in my head from Enchanto. Mystery and donate. Star, is there certain colours that you're hoping for here? So 3, 4, oh, missed it then, and 5. And we're donating the shells. Thank you ever so much. Just getting them open for you. 3. Thinking blush pinks for the bracelet. Love that idea. Yeah. Not sure about the earrings. Okay. Yeah, the earrings are one of those earrings which will suit any colour, so it is completely personal preference there. So let's go down. Is that song oh no, don't get the spaghetti song in my head. No. Oh. Right, Star, oyster number 1. Good luck, my lovely. Quite a nice deeper pop there. And in your first oyster, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see a golden pearl here, so let me squidge him for you. And you've got a gold pearl there. There's no more in that one. Let me dry him up for you and pop him in the sand. So your first pearl out is a gold. What's the spaghetti song? It's like, I won't sing it, but I'll tell you the words. It's spaghetti and meatballs, all covered in cheese. Oh, spaghetti and meatballs, all covered in... Oh, I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. It rolled off the table and onto the floor, and then my poor meatball rolled out of the door. It rolled down the garden and under a bush, and then my poor meatball was nothing but mush. Sorry, Star. There's your mother of pearl for your second oyster. And in here, I can see a brighter pearl here peeping out. So in here, you have a 2-tonal lemon yellow. And there's no more in there. So 2-tonal lemon yellow. So again, we've got lighter and brighter areas as we go around. Cindy, it hasn't come through, my lovely. Just double check your end that it's gone through, because I don't have anything my end. Have you not? Tanya, do you have like an Alexa or even YouTube or anything like that? Ask it to play the meatball song, spaghetti and meatballs, because apparently it goes on for a few more verses. I don't know them. For me, it ends at mush, but apparently, yeah, it carries on going. So, your third oyster here, Star. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And you've got, oh, a beautiful darker purple there. Let me squidge him out, and then we're going to have a squidge in here. And there's no more in that swim. Yeah, YouTube it. Let me know what you think. I taught it to my kids and they won't stop singing it. Like, it brought tears to my daughter's eyes. She got that emotional and into the song. Oh, love her. Right, so gold, two-tonal yellow, and a dark purple to start with. Moving on to oyster number 4. You've got a lighter pop there. Oh, and in here, there's your mother of pearl. And you are twinning, and twinning with Pink's Star. Now, these are Candy Floss Pinks. I know you was hoping for possibly the lighter shade, but we'll hold up these ones and you can let me know what you think at the end. So, Candy Floss Pinks here, and twinning. So I've popped the pinks at the very end there, okay. And then moving on to your last oyster. Light pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see in here, you have 1, 2. You are quadding. Star, ending with a quadding oyster. And there's no more in that one. Cindy, do you have a confirmation email with the order number? You can let me know. It's a 5-digit number. Now, Star, I'm just going to dry these up for you and we'll pop them in the sand. So you've got a bright icy blue, a TARDIS blue, a autumn peach, and another candy floss pink. So if we run these through the board for you, my lovely, have a look. There we go. Sorry, not through the board. Let's go through the colours. So you've got twinning candy floss pinks, dark purple, two-tonal yellow, and gold. Then quadding, you've got a pink, a autumn peach, a TARDIS blue, and an icy blue. It could, yes. If you don't mind, I could invoice you for the extra fitting, and then you could have one on either side if you would like to, yes. If I run these through the board, the gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. The yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The dark purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Pink twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Pink twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And then icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And candy floss pink's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Oh, bless you, Cindy. Okay, well, it hasn't come through my end yet, but if you want it tonight, let me know that 5-digit number, and then I can have another look my end for you. Star, what do you think to these? swap the two candy for blush pinks for the bracelet, and you'd like one to be going on either side of the bracelet. I'm just looking for them now for you, Star. Cindy, would you like your opening tonight or would you prefer it to be on Sunday, my lovely? What suits you best? Okay, so two blush pinks for either side of the bracelet. I'm just writing this down as we go. And then we're going to have the Autumn Peach and Gold for Denim Blue for the earrings. Now my Denim Blues are very purple, Star. So let me show you, because all my blue ones have now been sort of picked, if that makes sense. And my Denim Blues are very purpley blue now. Purpley Denim Blue, if you know what I mean. So I'll hold it up so you can see. Would you be happy with those blues there? Like I said, they do look more purpley. I'm just going to bring you back up. So on hoop. Right, let me know what you think to those, Star. Oh, bless you, Cindy. Okay, well, you'll get an email to confirm that it'll be added on for Sunday, but it will definitely be added on for Sunday. Those are perfect. Okay, so Star, I've got down that blush pink, two of them on the bracelet. You're going to have one either side, and then you'd like the purpley Denim Blues to go on to the earrings. You'd then be like, you would then like to be invoiced for the rest of the pearls to go on to hoop fittings, and then of course the extra fitting for the pearl to go on to the bracelet. I hope that's all correct for you, my lovely. The invoice for the extra fittings will get sent across tomorrow for you, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. Star, I hope you're happy with that, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And that's safe up there for you as well. No, Star, you're very, very welcome. Okay, right, that has brought us to the end of our order list for today. So we are going to end it there. We are live on Sunday, which in the UK is Mother's Day on Sunday. So we'll start the live between 7:30 and 8 PM. There is still spaces available to order. So if you would like to book in for Sunday, you can do so on our website. I hope you all have a brilliant weekend. And yeah, see you on Sunday if you'd like to join us. Take care. Bye.